Hey, hey, blessings and greetings. Good morning, good morning, good morning. How y'all doing this morning? Ain't it beautiful this morning? What's going on? Let me see if I can get here. Teresa, how you doing? I'm biased. What's up? What's up, Queen? What's going on? What up, King David? King David. David Corey with Crop. What's going on? Patient, how you doing this morning? J3S, what's going on? Slanging that honey. What's going on? Beautiful Shy. How you doing, Shy? Brother Lawrence. What is going on, my friend? Brother Lawrence. How you doing today? Miss V. My Renaissance grandmama. How you doing? Y'all check out my Renaissance. That's what's up. Y'all check her out. She gonna break you off on them herbs, man. The video's been popping with a bunch of information. Y'all check her out. Please check her out. Black's Tropical, how you doing? Man, I know y'all been busy, but man, good to see y'all in here. Much blessings, much blessing. Y'all doing great work. Uh, y'all just killing it, man. Keep growing. Keep growing. Who we got in here? Who else we got in here? TX Lala, how you doing? Texas. Texas is in the nation. What's going on? What's going on, y'all? Yeah, y'all hear Sean in the background. I don't think y'all ready for this news. I was thinking about the news and all of a sudden it caught me in my throat. I was trying to wait on Gigi, but Gigi got to make her famous appearance. You know, she got to come in hard. Yeah. Love Notes, how you doing? Artella, how you doing today? Y'all, it's a beautiful day. You got to give thanks. You got to give thanks. I don't know if you all can see it in the background, but we got some additions, some new additions to the homestead, right? So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about a couple of other things. So welcome to Eco Nation's news, right? This news you may or may not be able to use, right? So here we go, man. This is heavy. We got a lot of stuff going on, and I'm gonna make this hour full pack. And I just want to make sure that you all understand what's going on because this one right here, I want to get it right. So we got breaking news in Eco Nation News. You all remember Sean has got a few chickens impregnated, right? But Sean is denying that he's the father. And right now he's trying to distract me because what he's trying to do, he's trying to say, hey, man, it's a setup. It's a setup. But it's not a setup. So the DNA results did come back. We did receive the DNA results, and it did show that Sean is 99.99999% the father. Yeah, yeah, I hear you, but you the father. And guess what, y'all? We had 11 beautiful chicks, right? 11. Sean put it down and it's real, right? We are sad to say that we've had our second reported murder. Y'all remember the snake? Somehow the body got missing. We weren't able to recover a lot of the evidence. The body got missing. So it's something going on around here about the crime. The crime, it's a peaceful place. Don't get it twisted. It's a peaceful place. Eco Nation is a peaceful place and we will maintain peace. We got high level top security, top flight security. We will keep things in check, but we as a community, we must pull together. Um, the Out of the 11 chicks, 10 of them have been put down. And we put in a full investigation. We saw the first two and our crime scene. We laid everything out. We watched, and we only had one remaining chick out of the 11. Uh, some of our government and our officials chose to allow the chicks to stay in their environment. What we found that there were two individuals that were picking these chicks and pretty much treating these chicks very harmful. So I My heart goes out to the mothers. We're not sure; it could be one or two mothers, but one was very, very protective, and our hearts do go out. This is nature. This is a part of nature. We wanted to provide a environment where it was very uh, like nature. One of our leadership decided to like let's let them thug it out. Let's let them do what they're going to do. Only the strong will survive. But once we got down to one, and I personally witnessed that one attack, I pulled that one out. We have that one now in a personal private care custody, and that one is isolated from the rest, and we lost 10. Now we did book two individuals for that crime. We booked Sean, and we booked Cray Fay. Cray Fay as you all know, anytime that we walk upon the cage, Cray Fay is all over the place. She's always doing things. We did witness Cray Fay. Many blessings to you. Come on in, bro. We did witness Cray Fay and allegedly Sean because his child support was off the chain. And we know that his child support was going to be very strong. We had to indict him, and we put them under questioning. And from my understanding, it was out of my hands because what we found is that Sean pretty much snitched on Cray Fay. And Cray Fay was charged with the 10 murders. Sean is on probation because he did break some of his parole. And so Sean is still out and free. Well, Sean is still in the camp. But what we did find that Cray Fay, Cray Fay has been sentenced, and Cray Fay typically on Eco Nation, whenever you violate, you get put out of your environment. Versus in common society, normally you get put into a cage.
Hey, everybody.
So what we do in Eco Nation, we put you out. You want to be grown, you want to be this and that, so we put you out of our society. So Cray Fay is running around right now, and
I love notes.
I'm gonna have Gigi kind of
Hi
elaborate as well.
J3G Farms. Hi Miss Native Cherokee. How are you doing? Hi Pia. Brother Lawrence, how you doing? Hickabilly, hello. I think you've pretty much said it. You've said what needed to be said, but she got really put in check when we brought the new chicks here. We brought the new hens here. She really got put in check. So I didn't get everything that
Uh,
you were saying when you started out because I was late. But
we did focus you on our eco news, and we did include you and gave you the time and the availability. I understand you have to make your grand entrance every
it's not
time,
no, it's not about no grand entrance.
but what we
When we're
would like to do,
done,
we would like to encourage whenever you have invites to certain situations to arrive on time, and we would like for you to
I
be
tried.
fully engaged.
I tried.
Um, Otherwise, you will have to be dealt with
Accordingly,
accordingly.
govern yourself.
Accordingly, and firmly, you will
Hi,
be
Kathy V.
punished. So
Oh,
just let you
get
know.
off.
Yeah.
Okay. Hi, David. How you
What's up,
doing?
David? That's King David still, right?
Yeah.
All right. Miss Native, how you doing?
Yeah, but so I decided that the chickens should stay with their mother. And so
She
there were two of them
she's with the Children's or Family Services. So just let
because
you all
that's
know
about how
on
shit
our
goes, don't
in our Eco Nation, she's in charge of the Children and Family Service. So we have the Secretary of Eco Nation Children and Family Service. I just want to at least allow you to know
in
who
a
she is.
way. In a way. So when I decided that the children should stay with their mother because the two that were actually hatching out chicks, they were cool, they were calm, they were collected. Um, but Crazy Faye was just too aggressive. She was extremely aggressive. And obviously, if she's kind of the leader. She's the leader of the bad gang. So
And I wouldn't call
when
her as a leader. So what I would claim is they allow her to be not like have you ever met someone who they just kind of off the chain, they out there and no one checks her
Mhm.
or no one checks him, and they may be a bully, they may just feel whatever they feel every day today, and no one checks them. This is what Cray Faye, uh this is the problem with Cray Faye. She has been promoted in her foolishness, and now she is charged with 10 counts of murder.
and and now, so I did sentence her, okay? And so I sentenced her to be with 8 other rehabilitative chickens, okay? And what they did was they immediately, once she got into the pen with them, they immediately rehabilitated her. They checked her. So I think that maybe in 20 years, that Crazy Faye, once she's done her time with these other ladies who have really checked her, has put her in check, I think she may be rehabilitated in about 20 years. So we're going to give it some time. We're going to give her some time to think about it. She's not getting off. We're going to give her some time to think about it.
I,
And
I
then
think
maybe she'll die in lockup.
I
So
think she should die 10 times. Um, Me personally, little Gigi, who is a part of the Eco Nation community, said that we should eat her. I say I don't want no parts or piece of cray cray.
Lil Gigi said,
Uh,
Lil Gigi said the evil ones are always probably tasty.
they may be tasty, but that's the problem. They're enticing, and then they infuse their cray cray on you. So I would not be eating cray cray. Let's keep the news moving. Going back to the DNA results, Sean was the father. Sean was 99.99%, and there were 11 chicks. Now we're down to 10, and
No,
I mean we're
we're
down to
down to
one.
one.
We're
Yeah.
down to one, and Cray Cray has been charged with murder, 10 counts of um, putting down chicks. The only remaining one is in protective custody, so rest assured, she's in the best of nature.
I may go get her and let you all see her, introduce you. So
And I will do that because I know that there are some challenges because I'm in charge of law enforcement and I'm in charge of the different things. So we've watched what Gigi has done with the community and society.
you're
So
not pleased.
so therefore, I will take charge of the custody of that particular
Listen, I
individual.
gave her life. I
Okay.
am tough on crime.
Moving on in news. Um, Beautiful weather is, of course. Now we have some new additions. Do you want to kind of
Burn, baby,
elaborate?
burn, David.
Yeah. I think we should hang on the stick and put it up there to let every chicken know that we do not tolerate this in Eco Nation. But like I said, this is a community, and we do believe in diversity and inputs. And speaking of diversity, we brought in a diverse. We got Silky in the house.
Yeah.
So I don't want to put them in an ethnic group, but we have our Black Morans. I didn't call them Black Morans, and then we have our melanated other group that are a little bit touched by the sun lightly. Um, so can you talk about our new additions, right?
Well, actually, they are very sweet. They are just the sweetest, and I want more of them. Now, I did not want this silky. I got a video coming out, so I'll show them to y'all tomorrow. Um, but I really wanted to have more. I wanted to have more of the hens anyway. I didn't want any roosters, but we still ended up with the
Silky
rooster
Smooth.
over there, Silky
Yeah.
Smooth.
Yeah.
We ended up with
Can
him.
can we can we name Silky Smooth Key Sweat? I think that's a proper name. Key Sweat. So we got Key Sweaters in the house, and I'm gonna introduce you all and show y'all the Key Sweat. So you all get to meet Key Sweat. Yeah. No, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah, like I said, I have a video coming out tomorrow, so I'll
Okay.
show you everything.
GG Natural.
How
I'm sorry. GG Naturals Homestead.
I'm gonna change my name because
Don't change
no,
it.
I am.
No.
I'm going to
Oh my
change the name
goodness,
of my
man.
channel.
Now we won't know how to find it.
No, you will know how to find
Watch
me
your
because
subscribers
I'll
drop.
let you know. I really don't care. I care about support of people.
Okay.
I don't care
Okay.
about
All right.
subscriber
All right.
numbers.
All right.
I
Now
care
we're getting
about
into see. This is the secretary of our children and families affairs, and as you can see, there are no system is perfect. You know, we elected certain individuals, and that's why we need a little bit more people involved in the election system because uh, I didn't vote for her, but at the same time, nevertheless,
you're right. I
she,
didn't
she
have any votes either, so
yeah,
I
yeah,
guess we even.
yeah, yeah. Nevertheless, okay.
I guess we even.
So I need you all to plan for unexpected delays in your travel.
See, I didn't even get to finish my thought. I
Okay,
don't
go
even know
ahead.
what my thought was
You
anymore
were talking about the
because
new additions, so let's talk about the new additions. I'm sorry,
I don't know what I was saying.
Secretary. I'm sorry.
I don't know what I was saying now.
So what was the point of you stopping me and interrupting me
Because
when
you
I'm going?
interrupted me, so I just wanted to give you back.
So this is not going to be a tick for tack society. With that said, we not love keeping no score. All right, let's keep this thing moving. All right, we only have an hour to cover these hot topics, and we will cover these topics within the hour because your time is valuable, and we appreciate you being here. Nevertheless, here we go. Let's move it on. So a lot of our commuters, a lot of us, because we're on the homestead, we have to commute. We got a lot of traffic. We got a lot of nature traffic. And there has been some interruption in the traffic because we did build a new trail from Poplar. I don't know why, but we're calling it GG Way. So we got a
Be
new trail.
rich. Good looking out, be rich.
Oh my God, man. Okay, all right. So nevertheless, we're gonna call it GG's Way. GG's Way.
And then when I change the name of my channel, are we gonna like grandfather that name in? Or like we're gonna give?
Absolutely not. I mean, that's too much cost. I mean, we putting up signs, we putting up everything. We informing the public, we sending out documentation. I think it's more cost effective for you to leave your name and put a AKA or DBA.
I don't want to. I definitely don't want to do it. I just want to change it. And okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I'm listening.
Yeah, I'm gonna change it because.
What are you gonna change it to?
I was thinking. No, I'm not gonna say it on live. I'm gonna do a
This
list.
is Eco Nation News.
I'm gonna do a list.
We bring it
this
to you
is
first.
Eco Nation News.
This is first. Are you disrespecting Eco Nation News? Because I can take your special guest down. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm just trying to. Can we have the first news right here released, please?
No, absolutely not.
Okay. You know what? This is why a lot of people do not show up on this particular platform because they hold out information and then they come in here and they pimp the system. And then they turn around and say, we're not going to give it. We're going to put it out there, but we're not going to give it.
I'm here every week. Except for last week because you flaked.
I flaked?
Yeah.
I flaked?
Yes.
How I flaked?
What happened last week? Why we didn't do Eco Nation?
We were traveling.
Were we? Oh, we were. We were.
Okay.
But we still could have did Eco Nation
This is why news and
we
fake
had an
news.
internet signal. We could have done Eco Nation News.
Okay, fake news. Once again, fake news. We were on the road at the time, and we was in a variety of in and out.
I mean, we do Car Chronicles all the time, so I'm just saying.
All right.
Okay.
So Eco Nation News. There will be a construction, as I said, so there will be some delays. We're kind of putting out. We're just beginning the first phase. It'll probably end sometime in August, the end of August. By the time, so expect delays.
Oh, you mean Gigi's Way? Was it Gigi's Way or Gigi's Lane? Which one was it?
B Rich said Gigi Lane.
Gigi's Lane. Okay.
But I'm saying Gigi Way because typically.
Well, B Rich has spoken. He's a member.
So wait a minute.
Is
Can hey John, can you get the signs changed and get hopefully it won't be
is
too
this,
late.
is this a
Yeah.
democracy
Look.
or
No. Let me
or
tell you, we should have enough time.
what
So
is this?
John, if you can try to get the signs redone.
Go away, B.
Um I know we're gonna have to pay a setup fee. We'll talk about this offline. All right. I know setup fee, I know all of that, but hopefully they haven't began production because
Okay.
I did try to rush that. All right.
Okay.
GG's
Sorry.
Lane. Okay. All right. Is that all, Madam Gigi?
Whatever you want, dictator.
Ooh, boy, it seems like we're growing salt on Eco Nation, straight from the Mother Earth.
This is how it happens.
Mm. So heads up, we do have a new workshop coming up. So next week, make sure if you're
David
interested.
Corey said the lady is rigging the news.
I'm trying to tell you,
Some
David.
Fox News stuff
Thank
going
you.
on.
Finally. See, a lot of times in this news media, man, we get caught up in these faces, the voice, and all that kind of stuff. I'm like, let's cut through the chase, man. It's real. I'm trying to deliver y'all the uncut true news. But then you got these people that I think she got all kind of lobbyists and all kinds of other stuff kind of jocking her to do whatever she got to do. You your own person, you stand on your own ground.
I mean, I can't speak for what the future holds.
See. I rest my case, man. I'm
because
trying.
if I promise the people something, then I have to stick with that promise, right?
But you sound like, okay, so I understand you're elected official. So basically, elected officials, just a heads up. If people sometimes can be very unstable, whatever the feeling, whatever the weather is,
And
if
I'm
it's
very
cold.
stable, so
Well, she's stable in serving the people. And the problem is the people are not stable. Whenever they have a choice or change of mind, then she gravitates towards that. And you got to be careful
I
with
mean,
them.
but that's stability, right? If you're doing
Ain't
what
no stability in that. You got to stand for stuff. And even when okay, so that's what I'm saying. You're doing your job and you're doing a great job,
thank
Gigi.
you.
You're doing your job. You're doing.
Thank you so
But that's
much.
why we do not invest in politicians because they ain't stable. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's why we have to invest in stable pieces. You know what I'm saying? She's
Okay.
doing a great job with the fluctuation
Okay.
and the misogynistic piece of life. You know what I'm saying? So
Okay.
so
Hey,
great
Boss
job.
Hog.
Great job. Boss Hog.
How you doing? Hey,
What's
Cheryl
going on?
Faulkner. How you doing?
Miss Cheryl, how you doing, Miss Cheryl? Who else we got? All right. So yeah, lobbyists. I seen, yeah, man.
Hi, Desiree Robertson.
You know, the
Hi, Miss
beautiful
Maria
thing
Graham.
about a society is that we all collaborate, we all work together. And although some of our voices won't be heard like on another level,
I mean, I'm just trying to fight for this not to be a dictatorship because sometimes I just feel like
what gives you a hint of dictatorship? Help me with that. I'm listening.
okay, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'm not going to interrupt anymore. Did I interrupt? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
What? I felt some motion behind my back.
I was just
Don't
getting
rub
the
my
bugs
back.
off of you.
Those that rub your back, watch them. Don't rub my back. Please don't
I
rub
was
my back.
just getting the.
Don't rub my back because we already understand what happens with people.
I was just trying to get the.
Because something happened behind the scenes that I wasn't watching, and then they rub you, and then they treat you real nice and sweet. We gotta wake up, man. Is this a woke community or is this a woke community? I'm just asking. Are we woke or are we not?
We're the original woke, I think.
Okay, we're the original woke. There it is.
Not
All
the
right.
new woke. I'm trying to avoid the new woke.
Oh, what's the new woke?
Let's
No,
not go
man.
there.
Yeah, we're not going there. All right, so the workshop will be this Saturday coming up. If you're interested in buying land and taking this
David
thing,
Corey.
David finna ride out of here. I love my bro. What's up? What David?
David Corey said, Eco, don't let her touch you, those spirits.
Man, let me tell you, man. David, I pray that you guard yourself, keep your beautiful excellency to yourself.
Oh my God.
uh, because there was a King David that bowed down. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, that was all his lust. That had
Look,
nothing to do with the woman. That was his lust.
no,
That was
no,
his lust.
no.
That had
They
nothing to
did
do with
not
the
talk.
woman.
They did
That
not.
woman was minding her
Yeah,
business.
she was rocking it while he was gone.
She was minding
Yeah,
her business.
yeah. Okay, all right.
Okay, but
Yeah,
anyway.
to the well water we go. All right. Anyway, let's do this.
Okay.
I was talking about the workshop,
Yes.
and this workshop is part number 2. It's by request. This workshop will be informative. We're going to talk about strategic ways that you locate and find property. Y'all don't miss this. The last workshop was amazing. Positive feedback. I still got people
Hey
sending
everyone. Hey
emails
Janet.
about the workshop. The workshop is a low cost. A lot of people been turned off because we've been charging, but let me tell you something. Information is the key. If I spend hours upon hours in building something, just
Years
support it.
upon years.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's
I'm
not
trying to be
do the
nice.
hours
I'm
thing.
trying to be nice.
Years upon
But
years.
I'm just saying this information is very valuable and you get a copy of the information that we provide. And I mean, it ain't but $25. Come on, man. If you Eco Nation, you get $5. And depending on your membership, some of it is free for upper level membership as well. So
What G Tribe members get?
huh? Do what?
What G Tribe members get off? They get $5 off too?
Yeah, okay. Yeah, G Tribe members get $5 as well.
See, I'll be looking out. Okay.
Thank you, G Tribe members.
G Tribe up in here strong, so don't even act like that.
I love the
Don't
G
be
Tribe
like
members.
that. Janet just came in. Miss Native is here. Cheryl is here. Shy. I know Shy up in
No,
here.
Shy Eco
Grandma is
Nation by the
here.
bloodline. Shy is hard Eco Nation by the bloodline. I think they should get $2.50 because Eco Nation stands strong. I mean, Eco Nation real.
I'm going for 5. I'm going for 5. Hi, Gina versus Gina.
Okay, all right. If you were my wife, I would.
Aw, you love me?
Yes, I do, baby. I love you. I love you with everything I got. It's like love and pain and pain and love. I love you, baby. I love you.
Aw,
You cute today, too.
thanks.
Like that little sexy gout you got right there.
Aw, thanks.
Yeah,
I've been working on it for
I
years.
like a lot of gout. Anyway, so let's get down to the reason why we're
Shakira, so
here.
let me pull over.
Let me get down to the reason why we're here, right? We want to talk to our beautiful secretary, and that's what I think she got elected for because she was pretty. But anyway,
No other qualifications.
anyway,
Ain't qualified.
you know, she had a child or two, you know what I'm saying? But other than that, you know what I'm saying?
Ain't
I
qualified
mean,
at all.
it is what it is. We're looking at results. But anyway,
And she went to public school. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
country public school. On top of that. Matter of fact, it was so country that the school ain't even there no more. They combined it with another school, the county. It's bad. It's bad when the city combine the city with the
Look
county.
at that Tasha up in here. Tasha, oh, she grows in the house. What's up, Tasha?
Much love to G Tribe.
Yes, yes.
Tasha, you know you shouldn't be with no G Tribe. You should be with Eco Nation. I mean, I one day, you'll understand you already been baptized and you need to come on over to Eco Nation. But until then, I get it.
Gosh.
I get it. So let's talk about this.
Okay.
And on a serious note, this is dead serious, but at the same time, we need to have a real conversation.
Mm-hmm.
We're watching a lot of instability. We're watching people lives being taken. We're watching. It's almost like this. People be talking about YouTube and talking about copying and talking about this and talking about that.
Yeah, I'm copying. I've already made up my mind.
Let's make this thing positive, right?
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
So we're watching people murder and kill people
Yeah.
in public outings. And for me to look at this, it hurts my heart because no one. Okay, I'm not saying it's justified, but you watch people do evil things to other people in a lot of different ways, and we ain't going after them, but we're going after innocent babies and children mothers, grandmothers, grandfathers. We're doing this to them. And meanwhile, Sean is walking around, and we know Sean need to be dealt with. You know, I get him. He's handsome. He's this metrosexual type dude, and he's very savvy. He wears all the fly gear. We get all of that, but he shouldn't get unscathed. But some reason we just keep allowing the forces of foolishness to keep going, but then we watch innocent people leave. So now we are here on the homestead, and as you all know, we hear gunfire, right? Yeah, I talked about you, Sean, and
We make gunfire too.
but but we watched one incident where this individual next door was firing off his gun, and then one of the neighbors asked him to stop, and then later on we hear allegedly that he opened up gunfire on the whole entire um, household, and some of them were babies, man, straight up, straight babies. Most of them were babies, because if you're under 20, you're a baby.
Yeah.
And what's the point? But then I go to this point where we're here on the homestead, and we are encouraging so many people to get yourself some land, to get out, because there was a movement at one time where people moved to the cities because of job opportunities and job growth.
Mm-hmm.
What I would like to encourage some people to do is try some rural development.
Mm-hmm.
Try establishing your own community.
Hey, Jihad.
What's up, Hood? So I want to ask you, Gigi, sustainability and dealing with the current environment. What are some of your thoughts on what we're doing right here, where we're going, and let's talk about sustainability and what does sustainability looks like to you? We got inflation, we got monetary issues, we got a lot of different retirement issues, we got a lot of different things going on. So what does sustainability, with all this fluctuation in money, this cost and fuel and all that kind of stuff, what does it look like to you for the future?
I don't know. To me now, y'all let me know if you all agree or disagree. But to me, my opinion is for the majority of us, if we can get control of our food pricing, I feel like just getting control of your food prices alone. I hear what some people pay, well, have paid in the past for groceries. And I look at the amount that we're paying now for those same groceries. Nothing has gotten better about them.
Mhm.
You know, they're not doing better with any chemicals. They're not doing better with packaging. They aren't doing it. Even if they change something and they put a new packaging on, the packaging is cheaper. Um, and they'll change the chemicals. If they change the color of a label or something like that, it just tells you that they changed something inside as well. So the chemicals that they're using are even cheaper, as preservatives and things. So it's not getting better. It's not, but it's still getting higher. And on top of that, you have smaller amounts
Hmm.
for higher
Higher
prices.
prices. They're increasing the prices and they're giving us small amounts.
So,
And it's a false perception that things are okay. So for instance, in the past, before
Tasha gave you a super chat. G
that's what's up.
Tribe and Eco Nation. Thank you so much. Thank you so much,
Appreciate that,
Tasha.
Tasha. You slowly redeeming yourself. But appreciate that. Tasha, oh, she grows.
But
She may be a
yeah.
politician too.
So
But
what do
anyway.
y'all think? Let me know what y'all think in terms of if that would be beneficial to you and your household as well, because I just feel like for us, I look at the amount of money that we spend, and we eat from the grocery store 95% of the time.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm looking at the amount of money that we're spending on just fruit vegetables, um, different nuts and
Yeah.
seeds, just the type of stuff that we like to snack on. So I'm looking at just that, and it's like our bill. We went in the store the other day. We had one bag, and what did I say?
Yeah.
$26. What?
Yeah. Yeah. Now,
Like, why did we just pay $26 and all we got was we got some mixed nuts, we got some yogurt,
yeah.
and what else did we
Salad.
get?
Did we get a salad?
Maybe.
Yeah. But
And we paid $26 and I'm just
but
like,
this is
this
the
is
thing.
crazy.
Imagine if you got a electrical or batteries or anything. We can't people. We cannot like continue this process because even batteries are starting to change. You know what I'm saying? When you used to could get a whole full pack of batteries for $20,
Mm-hmm.
and now you're getting a small pack for $20, and it gives you this false perception like things are not really increasing as bad as they are.
Mm-hmm.
But anytime you diminish the quantity and then you increase the cost, think about this. In the past, they used to didn't hide it. It used to be like, okay, a package will be the same size,
Mm-hmm.
the same quality, but then they'll increase it and people will stop buying it and then they'll shift over to another brand, right?
Mm-hmm.
But now they understand that people are paying attention. So now they're decreasing the size, decreasing the quantity, filling up if it's bad, they're filling up with air. They decreasing the net weight, but then they're increasing the price at the same time. So
Mm-hmm.
some of the things is how do you combat that? And we have some families out here that have 5 kids, that have three
Mm-hmm.
kids. And I'm thinking about when we had young kids, right? And then you're thinking about gas, you're thinking about
Mm. Oh.
utilities, you're
Mm-hmm.
thinking about mortgage,
Mm.
insurance, and then not only count that, some of your kids and some of your coworkers look and frown down on you because you're not contributing to some of their birthday togethers,
Mm-hmm.
weddings,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
having kids.
Mm-hmm.
You're not contributing because things are tight.
Mm-hmm.
And what I want to encourage you all, I understand this is a networking type environment, especially like these corporate America environments,
Mm-hmm.
but you got to protect your family.
Yes.
You know, you got to look at these small different things that you may view as small and start planning and prepping before you leave, saying, hey, I normally eat a breakfast or I normally get coffee, but I'm going to invest in maybe buying some coffee over the period of time and getting up a little bit earlier and cooking and making my coffee or making my breakfast.
It's the simple things.
Yeah.
It's the really really simple things because I was looking at I was like I'm tired this morning. I think I don't really even drink coffee, but um I love to smell it. That's my thing. I love the smell of coffee, but I don't necessarily drink it. Um but that one particular morning, I was just like, man, I was so tired. I was like, I am just not going to make it through the day. I need to get some coffee. And so I was thinking about going to, the place that has all of the great flavors and stuff to go in their coffee. And then I was like, okay, let me just stop at the gas station because I know they had like some flavors and stuff too.
Mm-hmm.
And I was able to make a coffee in the gas station that was just as good as the coffee. And I paid $2 for a big, large cup versus I would have paid probably $6 for that same size cup if I would have went to the drive-through, the place that is always popular and got, lines out the road and blocking traffic. So it's the simple things. Though, like if you can save $4 just for your morning,
Yeah.
and then think about going to get something from the grocery store, a salad or whatever, it still is going to save you a good $3 over what you would do going to the drive-through.
And then if
So
you look at $3 in 10
I
days
got a
is
couple of
$30.
comments.
Okay.
Yeah, and it adds up.
Yeah,
Is
it
is
adds
the
up.
point?
Yeah.
It adds up. Every little bit matters, and it adds up. And if I can put $7 a day that I normally would spend away to help build towards my extra acre that I want to buy,
Yeah.
that's going to add up. If you're doing that every day, you got $7 times 7 days, that's $49 that can be going into
Mm-hmm.
your account so that you can put a little bit more and a little bit more towards getting your piece of land. Growing with Hudson said,
And just remember, there's different ways to acquire land and property. You don't always have to pay cash. There are financing availability with that. Now, I will tell you that it's a little bit challenging because you typically have to put down more if you're going to finance, because they say that land is risky. They say that land is risky, and don't get caught up in the hype, y'all.
yeah, and there are different ways to buy, but typically people today, they're going to want money.
Yeah,
They're going to want money. And you have the seller financing, they're going to want money.
yeah,
They like,
and just remember this: you get a structure, you get a house. Hurricane comes, knock down the house. Tornado come, knock down the house.
mm-hmm,
Flood come down and wash out the house.
mm-hmm,
Guess what's still there?
your land
Land.
is still there.
So let's stop playing games. That there's a lot of different things that do not want to talk you into buying land, but there's a reason for that. Location is the key. But even if you got land and you got a place where you can truly be free and do what you need to do, grow your own food, do whatever you need to do, it's worth it.
Growing with Hudson said, my sustainability is bringing in enough finances, food, health to live for me. And that's so true.
Man,
And that was kind of where I was
yeah.
leading to, was that if you can start to you can start to cut down on your food costs.
Mm-hmm.
Number one, that's the first thing. If you can start to cut down on your food costs, then if you can put more of that money that you're cutting down with either on buying you some land or even putting food in your garden so that you can get, once you put the investment in place, you can get free food now. You're not having to go and spend money out every day, whether it's in a grocery store or whether it's, in a fast food restaurant. You don't have to do that if you have enough variety of things growing in your garden. Another thing is the health aspect of it. That was one very, very important thing that I think Growing with Hudson said, making sure that you do have sustainable health, because if you're not healthy, like what we doing right now, this is not for you.
Nope.
This is not going to be for you, and you just have to kind of deal with whatever comes with that. But if you're not in good health, you're not going to be able to get out here when it's 90 degrees, 100 degrees, and try to chop nothing,
Yeah.
or try to harvest nothing, or try to do anything.
I mean, being
Um,
in Nova sometimes is a challenge. I've been there. It's like in the beginning, if you first start working out in the yard and doing different stuff, you have to pace yourself. You have to go a little bit slow. I do want to address some things because there's some people out there. You remember I told y'all feel it. Do y'all feel it? Do y'all feel the constraint?
Thank you, Miss Native Cherokee.
Some of us are living off our credit card.
Hi, Seasons of Tree. Hey, how are you?
So seasons of tree. So let's talk about this, Miss Native. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Think about this. If you're balancing, because I don't know if you all watching, but there's some creative stuff that didn't happen in '08, didn't happen prior to '08. They're fluctuating with your credit, your interest rate, and the charges. What you agreed to in your agreement originally,
Yeah, they're sending out new agreements.
they doing
for
all
credit
kinds of
cards
stuff.
and things. One thing that I noticed also was that, with the credit cards, that um they're coming for you being late. So if you don't make that payment on the day that it's due before 5 o'clock,
Mm-hmm.
they coming for you. They're going to send you a whole $40 fee
You
because
lucky if it's 40.
you didn't make that. It depends on how big your balance
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
So um
Sometimes it's percentage of your balance.
yeah, so if you didn't make that payment on the day that it's due before 5 p.m. in most cases, they are going to send you a late fee of whatever their current late fee is. And so um that's something to look at as well. That's going to interfere with you being able to have more money, save more money, do all of the things that you need to do in order to get what you need, in order to have extra to put towards the rising costs of food, etc. All of that type of stuff interferes. And so I saw another comment about the question that I asked. Cheryl Faulkner. So Cheryl Faulkner said the cost of food and housing. And this is why we're always pushing, 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 saying if you are in a position where, or have the if you have the wherewithal to push yourself to go towards getting you a place of your own, that's what you want to do. Because if you don't have that, if you don't have some family land that you can go live on, if you don't have some land of your own, if you don't have somebody that, has a house that you can move in with to share the cost, do some community living, anything that you can do to pay less out to the landlords who are being very, very disrespectful right now.
Because they
And
can.
because they
Yeah.
can, and they can raise your rent whenever they want to. And there's no limit to the amount that they're not regulated like that. Their only requirements are that they provide a place that is habitable for you. Everything else is negotiable.
And in some cases, this is the sad part about life. In some cases, people know that you are lean and you barely making it, right? And some of these landlords, I witnessed, I had conversations with people who being affected. They know you can't sue them because your money is so tight.
Hmm.
They know that you can't go after them because you living literally from income to income, check to check. And then what they do, they void your lease, and it's not lawful, but they know you can't go after them because you're not in that position right now. And then they some people don't have these month to month um uh type of agreements, but then some of them they do have leases, and then they go in and they get with their lawyers and they look at the opportunity for what they can gain. They be like, I'll take my loss.
Mm,
I might get one or two to sue me, but I'm in a whole complex of 40 or 50. And then I'm like, one or two go after me. Oh, well, but I'm looking at the overall thing. And right now, I hope you all are understanding that this is about survival, right? And you got to be creative. You got to be creative in your process.
mm,
You got to be resilient too.
mhm,
But then you got to defend what's yours. Now I get it. A lot of our northerners, they don't want to come to the South. And now the sad part about it, this is the crazy part. The South properties are going up.
mhm,
I mean, I used to look, some of the lowest priced property would be in Mississippi and in Alabama.
mhm.
And we having communities and people coming into these areas buying up farmland, they buying up all kinds of property, and the prices are not that low like they used to be.
And for everybody who thinks that they just cannot afford to buy land, look at the tax lien sales in
Yeah.
different cities. In it, like for instance, if you look at some of the tax lien sales, I used to follow, well, I still follow this lady who was very big on helping people to buy tax liens, particularly in Gary, Indiana.
Mm.
And Gary, Indiana
Oh, I know what you're
was
talking about
being
now. Yeah,
gentrified.
yeah.
Okay. And so when that's happening, they basically are letting the city just go to crap. Okay. But that is your opportunity to get in there, because this lady had people buying tax liens for $300, for $500, for $1,000. So this is why we're always talking about, if you can put, just save money here, save money there, that little bit adds up. Just imagine if you could save $40 for your week off of stuff that you could do something, you can make a different choice just to save money, just to be able to save that money. And you could save that $40 a week. How long would it take you to save up $500? It wouldn't take you hardly no time to save up that $500 to be able to go buy a tax lien. Now, in some places, yeah, they hire, but still it's not as high as you needing 10% down to go and put on some land.
In most cases, 20% on land. Um,
Yeah.
and the thing is, it's like Gigi said, you got to be creative. And a lot of people, they get caught up in, I don't want to live here, I don't want to live there. Be creative about your property. Sometimes you don't have to go and live. You don't have to do nothing to property. If you find the right location,
Mm-hmm.
you can just sit on a piece of property for 2 or 3 years,
Mm-hmm.
and then pay the little taxes on it, and then you could turn around and earn a profit.
And my the point I was going to about Gary, Indiana. Once, what happens is, once they get to a point where they're forcing everything, forcing the city to go down. If you're owning those properties, if you bought some of those properties under tax lien, this is free game for you, but free 99. If you've bought some of those properties, when the city comes in to eminent domain that property, all of those properties, guess who is the owner? And you've paid $500, you've paid $300, you've paid $1,000, you've paid $1,500 to have a whole property. And then guess what they're going to have to do when they come in to eminent domain the property? They're going to have to pay you for your property. And if you can make 30,000 off of an investment of $500 or $1,500, is that not well worth it? It don't always necessarily mean that when you buy property that you're going to live on it. That was one of the things with us. I mean, it's still a toss up with us. It's still a toss up. It's still in the air with us on whether this will be the place where we stay all of our life. It really just depends on
how we move and
you
how
know,
we go forward.
because everything has, if you're going to change your life,
Mhm.
what you do, everything that you buy has to be able to be an asset for you. If what you're buying is going to be a liability for you, like spending $7 on a cup of coffee might not be the best health for you, depending on what your heart do. um, that's a potential liability. But if you can buy something that you can turn your investment into money, if you were to get 30,000 off of that within a couple of years, like what percent is it? I don't even know the percent there. That's crazy.
It really, the thing is, you have to build and you have to take those steps. If you're living check to check, you living week to week. Put yourself in some situations where put put some direct deposits in some accounts where you don't touch it, you don't see it, you don't feel it, or make it hard for you to get it. Because it's hard, because things happen. Once you get $500, once you get 1,000, once you get $2,000, the car gonna tear up, different things gonna happen. But imagine if you didn't have it, what would you do? You would come
You
up
would
with a
just be aid
solution.
out. You would be aid out, or you're gonna have to borrow money from somebody else. Or sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just saying, I want to influence people to let them know that still hold on to that cheese, because figure out a different way. Because the problem is, every time you working towards a real goal, something gonna happen.
Always.
Something gonna tear up, something gonna mess up. What would you do if you didn't have it? Since you ain't one doing it, what would you do if you didn't have it?
Yes,
Try
Brother
not to
Lawrence.
touch it, y'all.
Yes, Brother Lawrence. Many ways of getting in the game.
Many ways, and try not to touch it. And what's wrong with working with somebody? I get it. people always getting over on people, people doing this, but you got some people out here who living the life right now, who trying to come up out of this situation. I don't understand why in the world we can't combine our resources for some reason. For some reason, and I'm not even talking about foes or people you don't know. I'm talking about even husband and wife can't even combine their resources to be to the part where you be like, you got $1,000, I got $1,000. You gonna save up the next 4 months for 1,000, I'm gonna save up the next 4 months for 1,000. You gonna find ways, then we're gonna put it together, and then we're gonna build on that.
And so what I say is that, and we had this conversation just recently, because most people, especially in the black community, are not going to put their money together, are not going to come together. Everybody needs to individually do what they're going to do, because typically what happens is the Black Wall Street type of thing. You know, when you put it together anyway, you're going to have people coming in, they're going to be bombing you, but they're going to try to destroy you. So this is why we have to be strong as individuals, just like in any relationship. You have to be strong as an individual. You have to make sure that you complement the other person. So if you are strong as an individual, if you can go ahead and buy a tax lien or whatever, then build from there, and then the next person can go and buy one and build from there. Eventually, if all of us are working towards that type of independence, then guess what cannot be destroyed? The whole thing can't be destroyed. So what are they going to do? Come after everybody?
I think I agree with some of that, but then I think it also depends on
Hey,
individuals.
Bell's Backyard Garden.
What's up, Bill?
Welcome to Eco Nation.
There it is. Welcome to Eco Nation. Your life will not be the same. Just letting you know that. So and also Robert, I need to send a shout out to Robert. Oh my God, what's
You
Robert?
learn with
You
Robert.
learn with Robert. Much love. Welcome to Eco Nation, my brother. Welcome, welcome. I need your email, and if you can, email me at econeighbor at gmail.com. That's econeighbor@gmail.com.
Hey,
Bills,
GT Jr.
please email me at econeighbor@gmail.com, because once you become part of Eco Nation, now we got to bring you into the conversation. Now we got to bring you into the fellowship. So welcome and thank you. And I'm going to probably need some information because we do giveaways. We do a lot of different things as well with the Eco Nation. And we also offer some discounts on a lot of our workshops as well. So please send me your contact information. But
Yes.
I want to look at this in twofold. I totally agree with what Gigi say, but I also want to add to that. Uh, we gotta start telling people what we're doing, how we're doing, what we're doing. I totally get that. And there's gonna be times where people don't see your vision. You got a vision, you got different things, and it's not until you start yielding results that people be like, "Oh, that's what's
Yeah.
going on.
Yeah.
That's what's happening." Yes, we don't trust word of mouth, which we have justification for that. But the thing is, some of us can't do it by ourselves, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Some of us, we need a community.
Mm-hmm.
We should not look at quote Black Wall Street and other things to deter us from combining our resources, because if anybody want to come get you, they're going to come get you regardless, whether you're poor, whether you're rich, or whatever. But what I do want to do, I do want to encourage those who really have a limited pool, limited resources. We got people who are in retirement. They watching their rent go up. They watching their leases go up. They're watching their building fees go up. They're watching a lot of different things go up. And for our seasoned adults, you may want to reach out to another seasoned adult, and you may want to combine different resources and different alternatives to maybe get maybe some duplexes or triplex, or maybe even get some land and get some mobile homes or some RVs. You might want to get creative with suppressing that inflation and get to the part where you be like, we're gonna build a little community. It's maybe 5 or 6 people, and 5 or 6 people, I get it. I would be paying $400 or $500 a month in building fees and other association fees. But now, instead of me taking that 4 or 500 a month, I'll take that money, that $6,000, and now I can put it towards, you got 6,000, I got 6,000, and we get five. Just imagine you get 10 people with 6,000, you got $60,000. $60,000 now, you can buy some property cash, and you can probably have more land if you relocate, probably have more land and more resources than you would.
My point was not
I'm not
don't
negating your
get
point, though.
together.
Yeah.
My point was that you have to start somewhere. You have to start somewhere. You got to get it from somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So if you don't have anybody that you can trust with your money, or okay, here's another idea. You can take the money, you can put it in an account. Everybody is depositing money in their account, but you need every single signature before anything can be withdrawn from the account.
Yeah.
That way, you don't have one person who are coming in to take money. So there are many ways of doing it. So I wasn't saying don't get together. What I'm saying is, if you have strong individuals, if you have strong families, you have strong communities, is all I was saying.
Yeah, I totally get that. I wasn't trying to negate that. I was just adding to what you were saying. As far as we got to be creative. At the bottom line, we just got to be creative with what we're doing. Don't let the no's and the unsuccessful stories deter you from being creative and just growing.
Kathy B said, we put our money together with 3 other families and bought land.
Wow.
It can work, but can be difficult at times. It's difficult even when you do it yourself too.
Yeah.
So kudos to you all for making it through that. That's amazing. That's amazing. Let's see. Growing Season of Tree said the landlord stories are sad and ridiculous. I'm seeing that with many people in my area. Yeah, they can do whatever they want to you, and that's my only goal, is for my family, my friends, my family, that's my family, to not be held captive by some of these people who are determined that they're just going to keep you in the same position year after decade after century. Like, you got to break out. You got to break out from that. If you like it, then fine. Just ignore everything that we're saying.
Yeah.
If that's for you, if you want to not have to go through all this that we go through, we nature people, we country people, we love the outside, we love the outdoors, and it's not easy every day. But guess what we do? We come up with different type of ideas. We come up with different strategies. We come up with different ways that we can save money on gas, just like the generator. We were burning up. I was burning up some gas. Okay,
you were
using that generator, and then he would come up and he would turn the generator off, and he'd be like, "What you using the generator for?" And I'm like, "To charge up the RV." Well, that may or may not have been true, for the moment. RV could have been lightly charged, but then I started to see the amount of money that we were paying in gas for the generator start to decrease. And so then I would be like, "Hey, can you turn the generator off for me while you're out there?" If you don't need the resources at the time, don't be just wasting resources. All of that makes a difference. All of that adds up. And now, because the way that gas prices have increased, we don't worry about it anymore. We don't worry about it so much because we're using less of the resource, and therefore it's like we paying less now. We paying less than we were paying even before the prices increased.
And you got to be attentive about what you're doing. So,
hi, Creative Income Coach. Let me read her comment. She said, "Yes, you're telling the truth. Thank you for shining the light and encouraging so many to own land, homes, and garden. Great info. Soil Sister Jamila Harris, St. Thomas, U.S. Virgin Islands. Thank you
St.
always.
Thomas.
Thank you always for your positive.
Yeah.
Thank you. I really appreciate you. Hi, Diversity
Nothing but
Love.
positive vibes from St. Croix.
Yes.
St.
St.
Thomas.
Thomas. St.
Virgin
Thomas.
Islands.
Yeah.
I'm calling all of them
Hi,
out.
Miss D. Miss D Hollywood Garden. How you doing?
So what can you do? You just say some of us, we own homes, right? And we're not planning on leaving. We got great interest rates. We have conveniences. We have a lot of different things. So
That's great.
let's talk about just general things. From, you remember we used to cut off the electric water heater?
Oh yeah.
When we left, we'll let it fill up and then we'll cut it off. It's insulated.
At some point when I would be the last one to leave the house headed to work, I would just flip the whole main switch.
Flip the main.
Flip the main.
Now it's inconvenient redoing my.
Yeah, you have to. If you don't focus on worrying about something as simple as having your time on the freaking
but you got your watch,
you got your phone,
Come
you got
on,
everything
man.
to be able to tell time. So if you don't be so focused on, worry about, okay, well, you messing up my time. Well, get some what they used to call them, get some analog clocks anyway in your house. Learn how to tell time from the lines.
Wind that joker up. You know what I'm saying? Wind that joker up. I mean, let's be practical. Cut off that switch.
Yeah, and it made a huge difference in our electric bill by doing that too.
I get it. Some people got security and different stuff like that, but cut off some of the switches you don't need.
Yeah,
and then
get some solar power security.
And then some of the kids, they be like, they learn. Hey, my room is shut off when I get home from school. Cut it on. It's so many different things that you don't even watch. That little indicator light, them little lights when you have something plugged in, or that little flash. You'll be amazed. That could save you $30 or $40 a month. What's up, man?
Ask Seek says, if you did an animal CSI / news channel, I'd totally subscribe.
Hey, it's a lot of bodies around here, man. I tell you, it'll be a full-time job, for real. I saw a jawbone just this morning up on the north side up here, man. I was like, man, wonder what kind of jawbone that is.
Diversity Love says, you guys don't need to buy gas. Look at biogas systems in Africa. Build it yourself. Yeah, we might look at that. I mean, we are open to all types of stuff, but it just depends on, like, if it's gonna cost me 10 grand to build it, I ain't doing it. I'm just gonna buy this gas.
It's a lot of alternatives, like you said, where the infrastructure itself, I don't know. It's fun to watch stuff on and I don't want to deter nobody from giving us positive feedback. Please don't take it like that. But I just want to keep it real. We don't have the same soil they had. Just say, I watched somebody sent me a video and talking about, this is a great idea, Eco. Think about this. I think it was in India or somewhere. They were making their own blocks and everything. They built their own house. And I appreciate the information. Their rain ain't the same. Their soil consistency ain't the same. The humidity ain't the same. It looks good. It's amazing.
Have hurricanes.
It's amazing. It looks good. We don't even have the same grass they got with some of the other people. They were showing us about infusing like grass and dong. I ain't got enough stuff out here with no dong or nothing like that. Even the content that they eat is different.
Yeah.
And a lot of them got clay soils. We have sand. So a lot of stuff look great, but in practicality, and at the same time, I'm married to Gigi. She don't like no bugs. Let me break y'all off. Come on, man. She got on a sundress, y'all.
What the?
Look, she got glasses. She got heartbeat. I didn't realize. Look. She got diamonds in her.
What is wrong with you?
Let me tell y'all something. I can't put her in no mud patty. Or no dong.
Patty houses.
No dong house. Do y'all understand what's going on? I gotta maintain this here.
You don't ever know. Like, I might come around and be willing to do a dong house. You don't never know.
This girl don't even like smelling her own Smith shit in the RV. You think she gonna really want to smell some other animal? Y'all don't be fooled. Like I said, she a politician. You
Look,
can't
I'm
believe
tough.
everything
I'm
she
tough.
say.
All right.
She a politician first.
Tough as nails out here.
All right. So going back to some of you all that look for ways to add value to where you are. If you're not planning on leaving, you're not planning on moving, look at caulk, look at your windows, look at your door seals. Sometimes it only takes $3 and $4 or maybe $10 to seal up around your door. And you don't even realize how much energy you can save just by doing basic things. You know what I'm saying? Um, Things that don't have to be plugged in, don't plug it in. Um, your hot water heater. Sometimes if you got electric hot water heater, everybody finished taking a bath. Y'all get on the
Mm-hmm.
clock. You
Mm-hmm.
know, when you come home
Yeah.
or in the morning, once you finish taking a bath, shut that hot water off.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Because listen, the propane prices and the place that is the closest place to us that has propane, like they be knocking us off. They break us off on those prices of the propane. We can go to Tallahassee and we can save $20 easily on propane. So
And then
it's
and
just you
then
got to think of different ways that you can preserve your resources for as long as humanly possible.
and then like I said, simple things from making your own lunches, prepping your own lunches. Don't worry about when you buy clothes that you can interchange.
Mm-hmm.
Buy you some shirts or some blouses that you can interchange. Buy you some jackets
Mm-hmm.
where you can interchange different pieces.
Mm-hmm.
Just get creative because whether we like it or not, even if you have the means, why in the world do you want to spend it and put yourself in a bad
A
situation?
lot of people now are just like, "Ooh, she had that on the other video, and we got a washing machine." I mean, like we
She
do.
ain't
Do we?
stinking. Lord
Do
knows she
we?
ain't stinking. I smell her every day. She ain't stinking.
Do we not wash clothes? Like we
They ain't
can't wear
said
the
nothing
same
about
thing,
Charlie Brown. They ain't said nothing about
same
Fred
outfit the whole
Fred Flintstone.
time.
You know what I'm saying? They had the same thing every single
Yeah,
day.
but that's the society that we live in, and then you have a lot of people who really fall for that. They fall for that type of mentality, and it has them out here buying all of this stuff that is way super inflated for everyday working people. And like if you're going to a job and you making 50 grand a year, but you out here buying the same stuff that Ti and them are buying, like you got to think about that. That may not necessarily be it may not necessarily be the best for you to buy all of that super expensive stuff and then also be able to get some of the things that you say that you want that are going to be assets for you.
So let's talk about for those of you who are trying to eat healthy, trying to be on the budget but then eat healthy. It's a challenge.
Mm-hmm.
If you're out here buying true what they call organic or true good green or good quality meats, the price are definitely increasing.
Mm-hmm.
What are some ways that you can think of?
Callie, bro, what's
What's
up?
up,
How
Callie,
you
bro?
doing?
Good morning.
African dreaming, what's going on?
African
How you
dreaming.
doing?
So what are some
Shine
ways
Moss
that
Farm, how you doing?
you can
Patient Saint, how you doing? Sorry.
no you
Oh,
ain't. But how are some ways that you can conserve when you're
wait.
trying to maintain a healthy diet, you're trying to
Mm-hmm.
eat right, you're trying to eat good foods, but you're watching the prices. And then a lot of times what we do, we tend to get off of that healthy journey and then we tend to kind of like, man, the price is just too much. So what are some things that you do? And imagine you living in the city and you this is the way you earn your living.
Mm-hmm.
You in this matrix and you right now you can't get out. You got to deal with this right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
So
yeah. So
what are some things?
don't necessarily shop at the most expensive grocery stores. Okay. So if you're still trying, ooh, you got a wasp up under your arm. Oh, and now he's coming for me. He thinks, okay,
Go ahead. We
I just
good.
don't want to get stoned.
We
And
good.
I definitely don't want you getting stoned.
What's the worst can happen?
You swell up like a balloon is the worst can happen.
You like them thick,
You
don't
having your
you? You like
no,
them
I
thick.
don't discriminate. I
Mm,
don't
mm,
discriminate.
Ain't nothing wrong with a little mix up every now and then.
You right. You so
Yeah,
right about that.
yeah. Don't make me choke you
But
out on it like that.
But anyway,
Get another murder. Yeah,
but
me and Sean be
but
down.
anyway, what
Sean
was I?
taught me the game, so
What was I saying? Talking about saving money. Don't necessarily shop at the most expensive grocery stores. And listen, the reality is we're gonna have to start eating less because
that's what I want you to talk into.
if you get into one thing that I have discovered is that when you eat healthier, you automatically eat less. You're not as hungry. Well, I'm not anyway. And I've heard several people say
Let
that,
water be your friend.
yeah, that they are not as hungry. Just like this, I
You
would never
snack.
buy water. I would have never bought water, but I was going through the other day and they had this on sale, buy one get one free, and I was like, okay, I'm looking at the price and see if the buy one get one free was actually worth it. Yeah, if it was actually worth it. And then when they have the different sales, like pay attention to your grocery store. Is this one grocery store that we would go in particular? Those little bottles of water, they would have marked down 50 cents, marked down to 50 cents, which should probably be the price anyway,
25 cents.
just to cover the bottle, you know what I mean, and the label. That should probably be the price anyway. But they will have them sitting in a space that is not, oh Jesus. They will have them sitting in a space that is not with the rest of the water.
Smelling sweet. You got all them flowers
But I
on it.
didn't put any
It's your
lotion or anything
natural
on
essence, baby.
because I knew I was gonna be sitting out here, so I ain't putting no lotion on. Stop.
Looking like a damn flower. Shit, large. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead. I'm sorry.
Thank you, African Dreamers, at the super chat. Thank you
What's
so
up,
much, African
Thank you, man.
Dreamers.
Appreciate that, bro.
Starduster, hey baby, how you doing?
Or
Good to
April,
see you.
appreciate it.
But so
Teen J.
see April in the building. But we just I've heard a number of people say that they aren't as hungry either when they're eating healthy, when they're eating the good stuff, when they're eating the live living food. They're all saying that I'm not as hungry anyway because I'm getting in everything that I need in terms of nutrients. So I don't have the cravings, I don't have all of this other stuff. So, you know,
And that's another form of prepping, y'all. Understand as prices and quantities decrease and the prices increase, consider
ooh,
less amount of food intake.
ooh.
Change your lifestyle. What's up?
Stardust said all that chocolate love over there. Janet said, I've started adding fasting to my regimen,
That where we were going.
to my regime.
Yep.
You're right, Gigi. When you eat healthier, you eat less. You're not just filling up on empty calories. And people look
snack.
at and that is the very reason that I did not say go and buy canned foods.
Yeah.
Or go and buy ramen noodles.
Yeah.
Or
Those
go and buy
definitely
the
not.
cheapest stuff. Because listen, your health is your wealth.
Yeah.
That stuff will destroy
That's
you.
it.
It will destroy your body. And then guess what you're going to be paying all of your money to? Now
Medicine.
you're going to be paying all your money to this system that is nonstop, that has a medicine for everything you need. And then it has a medicine for all the side effects of stuff that you need.
Yeah.
Nobody can afford that. Nobody can afford to be doing that.
I've worked for some pharmaceutical companies, and when I was inquiring about an additive in one of the things, and I'm like, why can't we run this assembly without that additive? They were saying basically indirectly, they didn't say it directly, but it was a part of the side effects, and you got to have the side effects to promote the other aspects of the business
and to promote the next product.
Yeah, that's it.
Creative Income Coach says, amen, not as hungry.
Yeah.
My husband and I save money on groceries by planning meals with more veggies and not based solely on meat. Thank you. And we have
And you
been
can
doing
survive
a
without
lot
a lot
more
meat.
of that.
Yeah.
We've been doing a lot
Yeah.
more of that. And people are always like, well, where you gonna get your protein? You get your protein from the same place that the animals get it from. Yeah, our bodies probably process things differently, but look at your beans, look at your peanuts, your walnuts, your almonds, all of those types of things. You can get protein from your seeds
Yeah.
and your nuts, as well as from your plants.
Yeah.
The different types of, like, eat a variety. That's why I love too about the garden community, is that we, like GT Junior. I call GT Junior the seed king, because GT Junior is going to go and he is going to buy the largest variety of seeds that you ever seen. And I bet he
Yes.
probably got a store that he ain't telling us about,
Yeah.
but he is going to buy the largest variety of seeds that you have ever seen. And so one of the things that we do in the gardening community is that we have a whole lot of varieties of different things. Like, people
It's
are
fun too.
like arugula,
Yeah.
like artichokes,
Yeah.
like different types of beans, and all of this stuff. We can get everything we need, but the most of us just stick to the same types of food. We
Yeah.
stick to the same thing all the time. So if you're just eating all of that same food all the time, then you're not going to know the other things that you can eat, the other varieties of things that you can eat out there that are going to give you all the protein that your body need, give you those amino acids is really what your body is made up of. Like the protein
And don't
thing,
sleep on the minerals.
the
Yeah.
the minerals, the amino acids,
Yeah.
the healthy fats, all of that stuff is what your body needs. Like, you don't have to have meat all the time. Like, cut back on it, and then watch
Maybe once a
how.
day, just it's once a day or once every other day or once a week.
I mean, whatever
Just simple
whatever
things
works
like
for
that.
you, but those are ways that you can also save more on money. And then put, like, I'm mad now because my collards that got ate up, so I harvested my last little
It's
group
that
of
time of the
collards,
year though. Yeah.
and and it's not even fully really super hot at this point, and the weather has been so crazy that nothing is growing the way that it's supposed to be growing, that in our area for this time of the year
Mm-hmm.
it's not doing the same thing. And then I just planted like 72 different um pods.
Hmm. Tree fail.
None of my stuff is germinating. Like, why is none of my stuff germinating? And I purposely put those outside. I saved the other tray to say, let me watch and see. Because listen, y'all, there's a lot of trickery going on in our society. There's a lot of stuff that's happening in our society. And this year has been my worst year for germinating seeds. Anytime I've grown from seed, this year has been the absolute worst from germinating seed.
And let your plants that you're successful, let them go to seed.
Yes.
Harvest your seeds.
Yes.
Harvest as many seeds as you possibly can.
Take care, Brenda.
Hey, Brenda, take care now. So, going back to different strategic ways and how we've been affected and how we've been impacted, is some of the things that we definitely need to do is think about conserving, changing our lifestyle, changing some of our habits, reducing some of our food intake. Because let's keep it real. Most of us as Americans, we eat way over what we should really be eating. Intermediate fasting
Yeah.
is amazing.
Intermittent fasting.
Intermittent fasting.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is I'm gonna not eat at a certain time and then I'm gonna come back and eat at
Mhm.
another time. That's what I'm trying to say.
Mm-hmm.
So 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, you're cut off.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and eat. And then don't eat until the morning. Maybe 6 o'clock, 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock. And then have your meal. Now don't make up for the miles that you didn't eat, but just have a modest meal. And then guess what happens? You'll find yourself in a routine where you're not consuming that much. And then pack yourself with a bunch of nice, beautiful thing called water. Water is so essential. Our bodies, this world, this whole place is made up predominantly of water.
And let me say this, yes, water is important, very important to our diet, but the living water that comes from watermelons, different types of melons, berries, all of that type of stuff,
Celery,
that gets you
all
on.
of that.
Yes,
Yeah.
All of that type of stuff, it hits you on a cellular level.
Apple
So
fruits,
so
all of
then
that.
again, we going right back to what we said before. Your health is your wealth.
Hmm.
And when you are eating those types of foods that are full of water, then guess what? You're not as thirsty. You don't need as much of this. This doesn't move.
Hmm.
And it also does not mold, it does not grow algae or any of that. So I ain't trying to sound some type of way, I'm just giving you facts. Why is this not growing algae if the water is sitting on the shelf? That means that it's got something in it. I'm just saying, I'm not gonna go there, but eat your foods, eat the different types of healthy foods that are full of water, and you're gonna find that you're so much more satisfied. But anyway, go ahead.
What's wrong with water getting a little algae to it?
And I mean, it's supposed to naturally. It does if it's sitting
I
stagnated.
mean, I mean, why are we so grossed out on nature? Why are we so grossed out on? I think we've
That
really
is
lost our way.
Starduster H3O2. That's what I'm talking about.
We lost our way. We are not accustomed to true, just the everyday pieces of nature. Eating out your garden, it's not gonna taste the same. It's gonna taste funny.
Yes, celery and cucumber are also great water sources. Absolutely.
Every
My
day.
husband and I are eating 2 meals a day now and drinking water.
Hmm.
Melons and cucumbers for the win. Yes, all of that. All of that.
And I'm telling you, children are very adaptable.
Ooh, planted corn and only one came up. See, it's something going on out here. We got to diversify. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Children are very adaptable. Go ahead. Sorry. You
You
okay?
ain't sorry.
I'm sorry.
You ain't sorry.
Okay.
You gotta make it up. That's all I'm lying. It's one demeanor. Um, but what I'm saying is, a lot of times we'll be like, well, I'm not gonna buy it for me. I'm gonna try to eat a little bit healthy. I'm gonna try to do a little bit. But then my kids, they gotta have the snacks. They go to school. They do this and that. Put some fruits in place of that. No more tater chips. No more all this other stuff. Don't mean that you completely eradicate it out your diet, but reduce it.
Mm-hmm.
Raisins,
Mm-hmm.
nuts, fruits.
Mm-hmm.
Reduce it, and you'll watch them. They'll change, and then all of a sudden, their taste buds change,
Mm-hmm.
and they can adapt far better than we can.
It's just like
It's our old folks.
I told my daughter about my baby B, my grandbaby. I told her, don't start her off with everything sweet. When she gets to an age where you're starting to feed her, make her own food. Don't buy the jarred stuff. Make your own. That's what I did with our children.
Yeah.
Was that I got me a blender and I blended their food, their fresh vegetables,
Mm-hmm.
fresh fruit. Like try them with different types of stuff. Try them with the vegetables first and see what they like. Because if you try them with all the sweet stuff first, then guess what
They
they're
ain't
gonna
gonna like.
go for?
Yeah.
They're gonna go and want all sweet all the time.
Yep.
So just the simple things, even with our kids, start them out with the great stuff.
Yeah.
It takes us 2 minutes to blend up enough food for a baby.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So, like, it's about priorities at this point. We got to think about how we're going to keep everybody as healthy as humanly possible in the family. Um, Making sure that you're growing a variety of things, making sure that you have a variety of ways to protect your crops. Um, Look at do some history on some of these soil companies. Do some history on or do some research on taking natural material and making your fertilizers, because there is something going on, guys. I'm telling y'all, there's no way that I would have had an entire tray of seeds, different, probably 7 different types of seeds, and nothing germinated. And I use those pre-box little pods. Nothing germinated. Absolutely nothing. You can't tell me that there's not something going on. It's just like with the chicken feed that time. Something is happening. Something is definitely happening. We're not privy to knowing what it is,
Yeah.
but we have to diversify everything that we're doing and see what's going to work best in this new
Yeah.
world that we're
You
living
you
in.
just heard Keith Sweat back there. He chimed in and said the same thing. He's like, toss and turning, girl. I just can't sleep at night. Ooh, you've been
Growing with
cheating
Hudson, we
on
have a
me.
second rooster now, so that was
Silky
him.
smooth.
Yeah, Key Sweat.
Key Sweat. We got Key Sweat back there. Let me
So that was him that you heard right
before we close
then.
out. Let's
You want to
show.
go get the baby?
Yeah, go get the baby. I'm gonna
Okay.
show them Key Sweat real quick, and then we're gonna.
Are you gonna do that?
Yeah, you get the baby, and I show them Key Sweat.
Okay,
Okay, what would you rather have,
that's
Miss
fine.
Miss Queen?
I was just gonna.
No, I want this to
I
be
was
right
just
because
gonna
after the
show him
live, I
on my
want to get right.
video.
Now I don't want no problem.
I was
Now.
just gonna show them on my video. I got my video coming. And
Oh, the video coming. Okay, y'all check out Gigi's Natural Homestead. I'm sorry,
I'm
G.
changing my name.
No,
I am
All jokes
absolutely,
aside, don't change your name.
absolutely
Gigi
changing it.
Natural Homestead. Y'all check out Gigi Natural Homestead. She's
Absolutely.
gonna get the baby. In the meantime, and in between time, let's see what the chat got to say. Hold on. How can I see your chat, baby? Okay. I used to add the bottle. Used to add to the bottle. Stardust said. We hear you, Sean. Actually, that was Silky Spool. That was Keith Sweat. That was Keith Sweat. So true, brother Lawrence. Let's see. Time is of the essence. Start living with less now. Stock up on everything you use, including sanitary products, soil, seeds, plants, hardware, soap, clothes, etc. All stores are closing. The thing is, even the stores that are not closing, because there will be some stores that will not close, but the prices are gonna increase. The less competition, the more prices increase. So just keeping in mind about supply and demand. And even them obtaining supplies is gonna be more with lack of competition. GT, what's going on, GT? Much love to you, man. Welcome. Let's see. Oh snap! I just remember I was supposed to bring you the guava plant Friday. Who is this? Oh, Stardust. Okay, it's Sunday, GG. Okay, I'll take it. I'll take it. My husband and I are eating 2 meals. Okay, read that. We have a young pecan tree out here. Oh, that's Gigi talking. Planet corn on the one came up. All right. So Gigi right now she's getting our on and final um, baby. We had 11 chicks this week, and only one made it out of the 11. We noticed that the mainly two chickens were basically pecking, predominantly Cray Fay was attacking the chicks, and just about every day we would see two or three that no longer made it. Our secretary of children's and family and society culture, she made the decision that the mother should take care, including with the flock, and she put the babies at jeopardy. Me being the president and being the custodian of Eco Nation, I wanted to separate them from the beginning, but uh, she wanted to make the observation. So every time government does not get it right, every time government does not get it right. So we try to do the best we can to keep sustainability. We have learned from our faults, and we will continue to do a little bit better, y'all. So that's something we're working on. Hey, I appreciate that, Stardust. Don't forget to hit the like. Um, yeah, you heard him back there jamming. I know. Yeah, he be back there jamming. Sick and smooth be back there jamming. Right now, I'm not sure where Gigi went. She's on her way eventually. She'll get here. Oh,
Look,
there's Gigi.
don't nobody need all that shade.
Yeah, Gigi. Let's see. You gotta hold.
Nobody need all that shade now.
You gotta hold her up to the.
Yeah, here she is, guys.
Hold up a little bit closer
There's
so
your
everybody can get a good look at it.
baby. I can't see.
That's
There's the
the camera
baby.
right now.
There she is. I got her on a tissue just in case she decides that she's gonna poop.
Oh, it's all natural. she's living off the
Say
earth.
hi, everybody. Hi, Yeah, she's the last survivor
Yeah.
of the massacre. So we want to definitely protect her. This is our only black copper maron, and she is so cute. She is just adorable. She is just adorable. I
Well,
know. All
we're
right.
gonna
So are
end
you
this
done,
this
baby?
news on a good positive note.
What?
I'm just watching you
What?
because we
It
gotta
just
protect our kids out here. And some of those
say
are.
I am in great hands. Yes, I am. I'm in great hands.
All right, y'all. With that said, you all continue to have a blessed day. Continue to be just enjoy life. But then at the same time, y'all prepare now because this thing's getting real.
Yeah.
Make sure that you continue to love and check on those that may not be able to get around like you are able to get around, and just make sure you love on those that love you, and continue to love each other. And don't forget to grow. Make
Yes.
sure y'all grow.
Keep on growing.
Grow. I'm gonna have to sit around.
I know.
That's what I do.
She's so cute.